Hi everyone, I wanted to talk to you about the solar eclipse coming up in Libra on October the 2nd, 2024. Now, this is a really interesting solar eclipse because it is going to be conjunct the South Node in opposition to the North Node. So, a solar eclipse is a new moon. This is when we're having new beginnings. But when you have new beginnings against destiny, all of the things you thought you were going to do might just have to change. Libra is initiating air. It's the initiator of the fall, right? And then it is, Libra is cardinal air. So it initiates the fall and then it changes, right? It goes with the wind. And there's a part of this that you're learning in the sense that Libra will show you the exquisiteness of the aesthetic of something you're really excited about. But with the South Node here, it's like, well, yeah, those plans you had about decorating that space because you thought this was going to happen, this one's going to happen. Well, that's probably not going to happen. That's because a lot of us are still going through that Libra South Nodal energy where we're getting rid of people pleasing, butlering, appeasing people. And so a lot of your energy, unfortunately, that might be connected to an aesthetic, whether it's Libra in the first house, aesthetic on yourself, Sun in Libra, aesthetic on yourself. Or if it's Libra in the fourth house, aesthetic in your house, whatever that aesthetic is. It's like, yeah, you really want to bask in it, you really need it, but you're actually more concerned about helping somebody else and their plan. And that's why the South Node is like, no. The South Node is like, oh, no, 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 no. You're not going to finish painting that room. Oh, you thought that you were going to spend the next few months decorating this place and getting to know the arena in this place and going to the concerts in this place. No, because really you're getting brainwashed by something else that is making you think you have to settle, because really what's on the undercurrent of that brainwashing is your need to appease somebody else. That's what it is. And so the North Node, man, the North Node is not playing around. It's the North Node in Aries at 0 degrees. This is the draconic degree. And if any of you guys understand that, the draconic charts start at 0 degrees Aries. So when we've got this type of energy, right? The North Node is nearing to finish Aries and go into Pisces, and so it's at the beginning degrees of Aries, the most potent energy of the ultimate initiator. Okay, you can't battle Aries, Libra, South solar eclipse in Libra. Hello, you can't battle Aries. So if you wanted peace in your relationships, well, you're gonna find peace through confrontation. And if you thought that you were going to be here decorating some place for somebody else, well, or putting on uh, a new color to your hair because somebody might like it, well, no, because that North Node in Aries is like, I need you to choose you first. I need you to get up out of this little foggy state that you're in. Yeah, because that whole thing that's been going on with Libra since I've last been here, where everybody is just so caked up in their own superficiality that they can't actually be authentic with themselves and actually be and do exactly what you want. You constantly choose the plan B, and then you're like, oh, let me decorate plan B and make plan B look so pretty, when plan A, you never even gave it a chance. You gave it so much doubt. This is that energy that I pick up with this, because it is a confrontation. It is the solar eclipse in Libra against the North Node of Destiny in Aries at its potent degrees, in the early degrees of Aries. Meanwhile, we've got Pisces getting ready to experience the North Node come into it. So yeah, we're all really in this effed up place where we think we know or we thought we had an idea and we still don't. And the power and the courage to say that I don't know how this is going to work out. And when you stop trying to decorate the plan B and you get more direct with, okay, I really don't know what I'm going to do about this, but this is what I want. I don't know how I'm going to get there, but this is exactly what I want. When you give yourself the permission to go for what you want, then this eclipse will move into your manifestation powers, in my cosmic opinion. So this energy is not like taking those side steps. It's not taking these like delayed choices. I feel a deep message here about the difference between deprivation versus instant gratification. I really feel this message coming up to me, and I'm been trying to tell myself and maybe even ask people like, what do you think? But I think I've come to the conclusion that it has a lot to do with this eclipse, because instant gratification is a big part of this dynamic between Libra and Aries. Aries wants it now, and because Aries thinks and doubts, the Aries in your chart, right, thinks and doubts or has this fear. So you choose an instant gratification, all the meanwhile depriving yourself of your true authentic passion. Instant gratification versus deprivation. It almost feels like, which of the two evils do I choose? So I really feel like this is an energy that's calling for you to choose your direct line to what you want. And even if what you want doesn't give you a how and doesn't give you a timeline. So it still may be that you need to cultivate patience and you do need to enjoy this little cubicle that you're in until you get your great dream job or whatever those things are. You're no longer saying, "Oh, I'm decorating this cubicle or this house or this room because this is where I plan to be." No, you're decorating it because this is your temporary space of serenity and adornment until you move into your thing. So there's a very big difference that I'm trying to iterate here about having a plan B, and having patience to get to your plan A. It seems like it's the same thing, but it's really intentionally, mentally, emotionally not. Because your eye on the prize for plan A means that you're going to enjoy the journey, but you're going to plan A. But a lot of people are realizing that they have not even had the courage to go to plan A. And here they have been planning all these things that they can do with plan B because for some reason their plan B seems to be the more reachable one, so it's the easier one, so that's the one that they'll choose. But the one that they really want, they're just scared to go after. They're scared to have the patience to cultivate the patience to go after. So a lot of us are a lot of us are in the same situation, decoring, adoring, aesthetically. But the real question is, behind those aesthetics, what is your intention? If behind those aesthetics, this is your final form, well, the cosmos have a whole joke about you because it's not your final form. It never was ever going to be your final form. In Libra, the initiating air, there's no final form in initiating air. There is only a guaranteed change of the winds. And so, in understanding this beautiful energy of Libra, and what it brings for you being confronted by the North Node of Destiny. It's showing you the power of reality, the power of being authentic, the power of really facing your reality, because when you're really able to face and accept anything that you got to deal with, that's when the power is given to you to elevate it, upgrade it, and change it, which is really the power behind Libra. Libra's trying to upgrade you, right? But you've got the South Node there. And so the idea of upgrade that people think that they need is far from it, because they're not being real with themselves. And their real upgrade requires courage. It requires patience, but most importantly, it requires courage and focus to actually pursue it, because a lot of people aren't even doing that. The North Node Destiny in Aries is like, I'm giving y'all one last freaking chance. When in the draconic charts, when the North Node hits 0 degrees, it's interpreted as this is the true path of the soul, in which if you had no conditioning, no preconceived contracts or whatever, you would come in at 0 degrees Aries, and your destiny would be to choose you. That's what the North Node at this at this point is basically giving us. So I want you to choose you, even though partnerships may be wanting you to choose them. If they're really meant to last, then choosing you would not be a threat. And if things are really meant to be, then choosing you first would never be a problem. And I say this because wherever we have Libra in our charts, and if you have dominance in Libra, right, if you have planets in Libra, you really might have to come out of the brainwashing. You might have to come out of the brainwashing that is the shadow of Libra. This need to appease is so deeply ingrained in this energy. And it loses itself because it has no identity of self in a relationship. And this is why the North Node is in Aries at this point. Because it's saying, okay, look, you want these relationships, but you aren't crafting and refining you. This is what you need in order to be in a relationship. But everybody just wants the relationship first, and they want the demands of the relationship. They want their standards and their preferences, but you don't even know who you are. That's what the North Node and Aries challenging this solar eclipse is saying. But what about you? Here you are telling somebody what you think about them, and but look at you. What about yourself? What can you tell me about you? The North Node and Aries is not playing any games in this position. And it's its final hurrah, so it's really not playing games before it moves into Pisces. So there's a lot more of a giving up. And the more that you're able to wistfully give away this frivolous concept of what you thought you were supposed to be doing, the more you could get down to the reality, the nitty gritty, and every day start to hustle. And a lot of this energy, definitely, you're going to feel the conflict of my comforts versus that hustle. And if you're in a position where you're people pleasing to somebody, this person may desire you to hustle for them. Well, you're going to feel those red flags, because it's not about hustling for them. It's not about appeasing for them. Your true connection to, oh, I want to be comfortable versus I want to be strong and hustle and pursue life with passion. They seem to be at conflicts, and it's natural to nature that they would be. It seems that to live a soft life conflicts with, well, I've got to compete and I got to show up and I have to, right? But the key here that I think we're really needing to understand is the importance of being able to be strong enough to pursue what you want for the true comfort that you can have. Therefore, the comfort that you think you need now, or maybe you do need it, but it's more of an escapism. It's more of an old thing versus the true comfort in pursuing your passion, versus the concept that pursuing your passion can be the true comfort. The true comfort, that Venusian comfort we're looking for, it's not necessarily going to be in just sitting there being soft and being pretty, without really knowing that you're on the right road towards your dreams, towards your goals, towards your endeavors. So then the connection to hustle, doesn't seem like you have to force yourself. It doesn't seem like you have to push yourself, and it doesn't seem like it's against your comforts. When the hustle is about exactly what you want, you're willing to enjoy the hustle because it's getting you on that road. And it's also about being on the road, venturing into the unknown that Aries brings, the pioneer. And so, yeah, you may be facing something where you don't have any proof that it can be done, or you've never had an example of how to do it. And that too could lead you to want to stay in the normal comforts. So, this is about knowing that you deserve comforts. You deserve an elevated, soft, and enjoyable Venusian life that this new moon and solar eclipse in Libra wants to bring you. But you also need to ensure that you are dealing with reality, because it's when you deal with reality that you can handle and make the upgrade, the actual upgrade that you truly want in life versus settling for second best. Thank you guys so much. If you'd like to get a personal reading onto where this is happening in your chart, you can check my website, All Things Girly Magic, and book your personal audio reading. Peace and love.